Okay, so we're going to work on this impossible cube project, and I've done this a number of times, so hopefully this one comes out good. Um, I've drawn this. I'm sorry, I found this video where this was their final drawing, and so what we're going to start with is where is it? There it is. We're going to start by making do the depth, the width, and the height. Start with those outside lines. Okay, so the depth, the width, and the height. Like so. Okay, so that's the lines coming out of this vertice right here, this vertex, this corner, coming out in those three directions. All right, so everything needs to be parallel lines to this. Okay, so let's use our parallel line tool. Oh, undo. So parallel line that goes through B and parallel line that goes through C. And then a parallel line that goes parallel to this but goes through D. Okay, now if lines start getting in the way, I can move my original points to make sure that I'm not going to get lines that are going to screw me up. All right. So next, let's mark the intersections. And this guy intersects right here. And okay, so then parallel line. I want to be parallel to this guy, but go through this point. And then parallel to this guy, but go through this point. Okay, so then I can mark my intersections again. This intersection should be out here. So let's go parallel lines again. We'll start with the box on the very top, all right? And then mark our intersections. And then we'll build down to the box on the bottom. All right, so parallel line that goes through point G, and we can mark this intersection down here. All right, so intersect right there, and then parallel line again. I need a full box on the bottom. Will be parallel to this guy, but go through F, and that hits H. All right, so there's my initial line. Now those are the corners. Okay, so then I need to build some depth to this. Okay, and now normally in a perfect world, what would happen is we'd use spheres and put a sphere on each vertice, and the sphere would go out in all directions. It would go go north-south. It would go east-west. It would also go up and down. Okay. The problem is we don't have spheres. We can't do spheres on this. So we're going to use circles. And so because of that, we're going to put a test point here on AC. And then we'll measure with our compass from A to I. And then from A to I, put a circle on each vertice. Okay, and now we're gonna hit the intersections. Now, what I'm trying to make is width, thickness, and depth. Okay, so let's mark these intersections. And we'll mark them here too. On each point, I should have 3 intersection marks. Here's 1, here's 2, and there's 3. And there's 1, there's 2, and here's 3. All right, so here's 1, here's 2, here's 3. Here's 1, here's 2, and here's 3. Here's 1, here's 2, and here's 3. And here's 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so that should be enough for us. And so what I'm going to do is make my line segments now. And we can hide all the circles. And let's see here. Let's hide all our lines right now too. See if that helps or that clears things up for us. We're going to be left with a bunch of points. So hopefully we don't get too confused with this. Okay. And let's go. All right, I want to be careful of this this section right here because I need to be able to break it so that the other side can come through. Oh, I don't want to step forward. Okay, so we'll go D to E, E to B. Oh, I can go behind. All right, so E to H and H to F. Those are all in front. Okay. Now, part of my issue is this line right here needs to get broken up. And this line right here needs to get broken up. So I'm going to delete this line so that I can break it up after the fact. Okay? So let's put parallel lines there so that reminds me to make sure I have my points marked before I try and break it up. Okay? So I'll mark my intersection points, and I don't want it for the middle, but I want it for the edges. All right, so we'll go back to segments. Okay, there's the top. Here's the front. We'll need to make the back. And this back side. Okay, and let's see if we can move any of these to make them a little less. Okay, now I need this right side. Make those make that thickness. Okay, now I need my underneath thickness. So all right, so there's that. Now, like I said, I've looked at this 100 different times, and I always get confused with this. So if you get confused, it's okay. Take your time with it, and just make sure that you're making the right steps. All right, now mark my intersections. These vertical lines where I have my lines, those are where I'm going to put my intersection points. And so this section needs to come forward. And so I need to break this right here so that my vertical arm can go behind this. And let's zoom in. There. All right. Oh, what did I do? Oop. Okay, so I have this break taken care of. And now for this back wall break, this thing coming up is gonna break. And I don't really like how this angle is kind of forcing these things a little close together. So move it like that so that my intersection point can show. And then let's hide those lines. And I'm even going to have to delete these lines right here, these vertical lines. So we'll hide these lines. And I need to delete these lines right here. Oh, shoot. I don't want that to happen. Huh. Shoot, I should have made vertical lines for those points. So I'm going to do this. I will I'll complete this. Can we put points on this? And then delete. Shoot. Okay, so by deleting these lines, I'm going to need to put points on here. So that I can hide that line behind what I've drawn. Okay. Let's also delete these two lines. And I'll remark the points here and here and here and here. Okay, and the reason I need to mark those points is so that my line segments have a place to go. Like here, I've drawn that leg behind this one. All right, it's a little screwed up, but it works. Like I said, if I would have done this the right way, I would have left these three vertical lines here. I'd leave them as straight lines, okay? And these 3 vertical lines over here, I'd leave those as 3 straight lines so that I could hide them and then redraw my line segments after the fact. Okay. I think I have this taken care of. Let's see how they do the shading. See, like C, G, Q, and T, C. And we'll make this gray. And we'll go 50%. And no, what you need 10%. 50. Okay, so then all these segments, all these sections up in the front of the cube, they're going to get light gray. And we do, I think, 15. Bring it down to 10. Bring this down to 10. Okay. And so this part coming down will be a 10 shade. That's gray. And then this part will be a gray shade. And this part will be a gray shade. Okay, so the front of the cube is all that light gray. All right. And also this part going back and then up. Okay, so polygon, this part going back, that's all going to be light gray. And even this part up here. Let's see. Up to here. All right, so that's going to be light gray. Okay, and then even the top face of this going back. right, let's do the darker shades. Oh man, this is getting hard. Yeah, you know what? I don't really care about the shade on this. Um, if you can get the design, specifically the break back here in the for the front leg and the break back here for the back leg, that's really my focus with this. If you can get those two breaks, then you're in great shape. Okay, there's a reason why this is a very what's it called? Very seminal work for this artist. He was a fantastic artist, and I'm not expecting you to be this fantastic of an artist. Um, Clearly, I am not as good as this guy. So please do your best with this and have fun. Have a good one. Bye bye.